Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over research and how to get that done really quickly, a couple different methods, tips, tricks, stuff like that. Now, I would suggest each player only have one master crafter character. Generally, what people do is they have one character as their crafter, and then all the other characters just don't even mess with research at all. Anyways, let's get right into it. Now, I'm in my house. You can be anywhere with all the crafting stations, any of the main zones, towns, areas like that. I just have everything set up here, so it's really easy to work on stuff in my house. Now you can see I have jewelry crafting station, blacksmith station, clothing station, and woodworking station. Those are the 4 crafting skills that require research, right here, 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 and here. Now one of the things you want to get first is level up your blacksmithing and in fact all of them up to 50 as fast as you can. I know jewelry crafting takes a little bit longer, so you can see I don't quite have that 4 to 4 yet in research, but this will help you tremendously. Specifically, blacksmithing, clothing, and woodworking. If you look, this allows you to research up to 3 items at once. This is huge if you want to level up your research really quickly. So you can see I have right here for blacksmithing, if we go to clothing, it's stitching. If we go to woodworking, it's carpentry. And then jewelry crafting is simply the one with research on it. Alright, so let's get into it. If you go into a station, you'll have a few tabs up here. Research tab is the tab that you want to go to. When you go to this tab, you want to make sure you're always researching items. You can see that right here, I don't have one being researched. So I go through the 2, obviously for jewelry crafting, it's only 2 items, your ring and your neck. And I want to go through and I want to see, okay, so I have everything but triune and harmony. There's an achievement that you basically research all these traits at least once. It doesn't have to be on just the neck or just the ring, but I'm going for that achievement. So what I want to do is switch between these and see, okay, I have infused, swift, and on this one I have protected. Or protective. So I have triune and harmony left. Now what I did was I bought an item from a guild store. You can see perfect triune. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, go into here, and look. Now that I have an item either in my bank or in my inventory that's not locked that I can research, you just double click, you can see it says researchable, and it'll show you a list of items that you have. I just put this one in my inventory, so let me double click on that, and right here you can see how long it'll take. Now do keep in mind, this does destroy the item that you're researching, so don't be researching any items that you currently use for your build. That's a big mistake that I have probably made before. So go ahead and hit E, research that, and you'll have a timer. Remember, this timer gets lower and lower the more points you have into that research skill tree. Let me go right back to it. You can see reduces research time by 20%. Even with 20%, it's going to take quite a long time. Now remember, the more research the more traits that you've already learned, the longer it's going to take. So this next one's going to take even longer than that. Now this is where kind of the money aspect comes in. If you have a little bit of gold and you want to spend it on speeding up your research times, you can buy something called, let me find it right here, the research scrolls. Now what these do, they are tradable, so you can trade them. You can use these once a day and they reduce the time it takes for an item to be learned by a day. So you can see there's a 20-hour cooldown, but you can use these every day. So every 20 hours you use one, boom, there's a day off. So let's say something took 10 days theoretically. You could use a scroll each day until it's completed, and it'll only take 5 days. It would essentially cut the time in half, right? So these scrolls, if you use one a day, can almost cut it in half, right? So those are very handy. Now, do keep in mind, when you use a scroll, it affects every single piece. You can see I am currently researching 3 out of 3. You can go to the armor. Now for research, I would recommend that you guys go for armor first. I'm a magic user, so when I go over here to clothing and go to research, you can see you have both light, and then it switches to medium. You can see I have a lot of traits learned, but I'm sticking in the light section first. After I complete the light section, you can see then I'll work on the medium. I don't even have any traits learned in the medium yet. Right, this is a necromancer. It came out 15 days ago, roughly. and you can see how much progress I've made in just 15 days. Almost a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 traded light armor crafter person thing, right? So you can make a lot of progress in just 15 days. You just want to make sure you're always researching another piece, another piece, another piece, another piece. That's why I want to make this video now, is because I was on my way back to make sure I put this piece in. So again, we have 5 days left here. If we look at our blacksmithing, we're doing the same thing. We're ignoring weapons until we get our armor done first. Armor is the most important, right? Because again, there are some craftable sets out there in the overworld that require a certain number of traits to build. Let's take, for example, a PvP set called Shackle Breaker. You need, I believe, 6 traits. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just an example. You need 6 traits to make the set. Well, okay, let's see if I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do. So I can make a chest piece. But can I make other things? Yes, I can. The only thing I can't make right now would be a belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm researching the number 6, right? So I'm basically going through and trying to get these done as fast as possible. I'm starting and focusing armor, and then I'll be moving on to weapons. You guys can do it in any order you want. But the most important things, just to kind of recap and roll everything back together, you want these points into the research. This will help you an insane amount. In fact, you can ignore everything else. You can see how I want my skill points. I want to be able to, you know, have all my points into here and all my like light armor passives. I want my skill points. But I can still get away with putting 4 into each of these craftings, right? We have blacksmithing, we have clothing, again, only 4 skill points. Enchanting, we can skip that one. I'm only using 3 right now, but as soon as this levels up to 45, I'll be putting another point into there. Alright, so that's the trick. These scrolls, by the way, hold on if I can find it. I forgot which key was my inventory. These scrolls right here, they do cost about, I'm going to guess, maybe 3K? 2 to 3K per scroll, so it is a little bit expensive. I mean, it's not that expensive if you have the gold. You can really spend your money on them. Alternatively, you can buy these with master writs. If you guys don't know, let me go ahead and show you the locations. For example, if you're in Stormhaven, the master writ location guy is just through this little hallway. He's right here, kind of just outside the city on the northern end. If you're in Deshawn, the location is just, if you port into the main way shrine there in Mournhold and then come south, they're sitting right outside the gate there. And then of course there's probably one, I haven't been to the one in Grotwood, but you can see, like, oh, it's right there, Master Crafter. So there you go, you can buy those scrolls from the Master Crafter. The jewelry one is located somewhere else. It's a different vendor, so you'll have to talk to both vendors to get all those scrolls that you want. As you can see, I'm running low, so I'm going to have to buy some more. Again, currency is those master writs, wherever they are, right here, the writ vouchers. So you spend writ vouchers for them, but you can also buy them through guild stores. So anyways, guys, that's how you kind of fast track your research. It's a little bit, I was gonna say it's a little bit complicated, but it's really not. Okay, there's just a few things. The skill points that speed up the time, making sure that when you go to the research, you're always researching something. And what I like to do as well is keep things organized. You can put items in your banker, but you can see I have research stuff. I have coffers here with stuff I have yet to research. So you can see this is all stuff I have yet to research right here. And I have a bunch of boxes full of this stuff. Ring, you can see all my staves, everything. It's all here. I don't think I showed you guys my woodworking stuff yet, so you can see I already have all but 2 traits learned on a shield. Of course, there are a few less items here, so that's going to be done tomorrow sometime. I'll be popping a scroll here tomorrow morning, so it'll get that done, and maybe even a couple other items. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions about research, please feel free to ask. If you guys found the video helpful, feel free to like. And I stream on Twitch every single day For the most part, I take 1 day off per week. If you have any questions, you can always find me there. The link is down below. I'm more than happy to ask or answer any questions that you guys have on my Twitch chat. If you're new, old, experienced, you want to correct me on something, by all means, comment down below, and I'll make sure to check out those comments. Thanks all, and have a good one.